I took apart my ThipOn. Okay, if y'all don't know what a ThipOn is, it's pretty much the brains of your car. Okay, there's a lot of things in this ThipOn. First of all, there's your motherboard, your ECU. This is your motherboard. This was telling everything to do everything. Okay. And and there's layers to a ThipOn actually. There's multiple layers. You know the fuse box with all the fuses right here. This is actually your ThipOn. It goes in like this. Your fuse box, all your fuses in there. Fuse box, you feel me? And my car wasn't starting. I have a Dodge Journey. It was not starting. So and it was shaking right whenever I had the car, everything was together. I would feel it shaking right here. Right here. So I was thinking it was a relay. Okay, I'm thinking it was a relay. So I went to this is K1 and K2. Okay, so I went to the fuses. Okay, now I'm checking fuses. When I said K1, see K1 and K2. Let's see if you can see it. K1 and K2, yeah, those were the faulty ones. Okay. So, what was on K1 and K2? It was a certain one. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, these are on K1 and K2. I'm pretty sure. Let me go back to my fuse box. Okay, here's the ThipOn. So all your fuses go in here. No, they just go in there like that. Like a fuse box. These go in here. You know what I'm saying? Like a fuse box. These actually, I was trying to figure out how these come out. These actually do come out. I don't know how to get the yellow one out yet. But you pretty much have to take out the entire ThipOn. And I'm talking about like the entire ThipOn. And then you can get to, you should see it moving. You see right there. And then you can get there where it's just loose. And this one right here doesn't want to budge still. Still wants to stay in this groove. But nothing's wrong with it. I have no idea why they put this in a special harness, which makes it hard to pull out. Which you gotta like pull this. This is a 60. This is a 60. I don't know why they put it, a simple one, in one of these, which makes it really hard to get to. Don't know why they did that, but that's what they did on this 2010 Dodge Journey. Okay, I've been wanting to buy a new ThipOn, which is pretty expensive. And this is the relay for my radiator fan. Okay, radiator fan is not spinning, which causes it to overheat, which causes it to smoke up. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this relay. How you test relays is you get a 9-volt battery. Okay, you see this? There's going to be two that look alike, two that don't look alike. The ones that look alike, Put them on each other. You hear that? Let me know when you hear that. When I put it together, you should hear. Alright, that means when you hear that, my, what's it called? Relay is working. So it's not the relay. I was gonna place the relay, but you hear that clicking? It works, okay. And I'm gonna test my other relays. I already did all this, but so you go ahead and look at the fuse diagram. You see A5, A6, A7, 80. You wanna go A5, A6, A5, A6. You can see it on here. You see that 8.5, 8.5, 8.6. Let me zoom in for y'all. Y'all see that 8.5 right there, and then 8.6. 8.5, 8.6, 87.30. 8.5, 8.6, 87.30. So what we're gonna do, get a battery like this, 12 volt, and put it on that 85, 86. If it dings, clicks, it works. Let me back it up so y'all can see what's going on. You hear that? That means it works, okay? So y'all can test your, this is a fuse right here. You can test your fuses. Can y'all hear that? It works. Okay, so we're gonna test all of them. These are different. I had to test these differently than these. But you go to the same thing how it was, A5, A6, and actually these have the same A5, A6. You feel me? Same little diagram. So this one, good. Let's test this one. If it makes a noise, yeah, you can test your own fuses, brother. Just get a 12 volt, I mean, what is it, 9 volt battery, and you go 8.5, 8.6, which is on there. 8.5, 8.6. Get you a battery, so, and then, if it doesn't click, that means it's not working. You hear that? That's working. It's not gonna short it out. It's just sending those volts. So you can test your own relays. See, I'm gonna go ahead and get a relay for you. This is a relay for my radiator fan. You can test your relays so you don't have to buy new relays. Okay, it also has a diagram on here. 85, 86, 87, 87, 30. Okay. See, it says 85, 86. I thought I was gonna have to replace this because I seen all this glue looking stuff, but I look at all models, they all have this like glue that holds the connectors in, kinda. So I'm gonna test it though. You can tell which one is the one because two look alike, the two don't. The one that don't look alike, they don't make noise. Nothing's gonna happen. One that look alike, you hear that? Let me go back to it. I just gotta get good connection on it. You should probably see a spark of some sort. Maybe. But y'all can hear that, right? That's how you can test it. So you don't have to buy a new fuse, just test it. You'll be able to see if you need one or not, if it's good or not. Same thing here. Go ahead and put a 5. If you hear a click, that means your fuse relay is working. I don't know what to call them yet. These are fuses. I guess this is a relay. Yeah, these are relays. You hear that clicking? Clicking. Boom. That works. And go on this one. It's already clicking. Already clicking. Boom. We good. I have 3 more to check. Okay, this one. Clicking already. Boom. Let's see. It's already clicking if you can hear it. Yep, so that one works right there. And this one I actually marked right here because it was faulty, I thought, but it works. Reason why I thought it was faulty is because if you look at that connector, hold up, let me get right live. Let me get right. All right, boom. If you look at this connector, I bent it back. It was way more bent than this. It's kind of bent. Like if you see it, like that's straight. If you look, probably a black background would be better here. You see, it's bent a bit. I don't think that does anything, but I bent this back to where it needs to be. Yeah. But it's bent a little bit. That's why I put that there. So if I do replace one, it's going to be this one. But it still doesn't fix our problem. The car was a no start. Okay, this relay, all I did was switch it with one of these and that one that was faulty. And still nothing changed. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. This one doesn't test the same way. Like you can put it here, it's not gonna do it. No, it's not gonna do the little ant. Not gonna do it. So these are good. I can test this for continuity. These are good. I already tested these. Pretty much how you test these is go through it like this. See if they touch. If the inside touches, you can already see that. But if it's broken, see that it's not broken. If it's broken, it will not give you. You just look at them. Boom. That's good. That's good. That's good. That means it's a blown fuse if it's broken. All these are good. Okay. Good, good. Good fuse, good fuse, good fuse, good. Good fuse, good fuse, good fuse. All of these are good. I've already looked at them before. Ooh, what's that? Okay, it's okay. Boom, boom. All of these are connected. That little U in the middle, all of them are connected. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty dirty connectors. Let's look at this. That's pretty dirty, bro. That's pretty dirty connectors. So that may be a problem, but I doubt it. Because it's still metal on metal. Even if it's dirt on it, which does mess it up, it's still solid. My car is running, so these connectors have nothing wrong with them. You can check these, see if anything's busted in the middle. See if anything looks weird at the bottom. Right now you're just checking to see if any of them look weird. Right here, you should continuity test. I don't know how to test these yet, which I'm gonna look it up and figure it out by today. How to test these, but my theory on testing these is see if it's like broken in any way. These fuses are protected in the housing, so I doubt that they are going to be broken in any way. You can see what it looks like right here. They're in the housing, so I doubt they're going to be broken in any way. These are just fuses. The purple one, I need to look at that one. Oh, it's just a different type of fuse. That's it. See the fuse? You see that line in the middle? That's going to tell you if it's broken or not. That line in the middle. I know y'all like, oh, his nails are messed up. I've been working on the car, bro. Chill out. Okay, so these are good. Now, let's get to this TDM. I mean, what is it? TIPM. It's called TIPM, yeah. So we are here, actually. This is the TIPM of this car. Okay. So if you don't know what the TIPM is, pretty much just a fuse box. Okay. It's pretty much in Dodge, Chryslers, it's your fuse box. So you know how your fuse box is like this? It's your fuse box. Okay, that's what a TIPM is. And I had a problem with my starter relay. Okay. This one right here. This is K1, K2. K1, K2. Run AC relay. Run relay starter solenoid, SOL, solenoid relay, which is K3. Let me go to K3. Actually, I don't think my solenoid is bad, but let's look where K3 is. K3 is up here. I don't think my solenoid is getting power, so don't think it's the solenoid. Whenever I was holding, like while I was trying to start the car, K1 and K2, the relays were like shaking a little bit, you know? So I feel like it has something to do with K1, K2. Okay, so me just being me, I went ahead and took my whole entire ECU out, pretty much. I took it apart. I just was like, I'm gonna take it apart, see what's going on, see if I can find what's wrong with it. Just something obvious. So this would sit right here, like that, and this comes with a whole bunch of layers. This part is straight layers. That's easy. You just take that off. But this part is nothing but layers, like right here, of stuff. Okay, and then your fuses, you see your fuses go in there like this. Your fuse box. You got your fuses like that. You open your fuse box. Hey, where's my fuse box? And you look at your fuses. You feel me? You test them for continuity. Simple stuff like that. Okay. But I was getting continuity, but I was getting weak continuity in this one right here. Like the light will light up very bright for this one, but super dim. Like it would light up, but dim for this one, which is, let me find it, K1. K1 was really dim. So I run ACK relay. Okay, so I actually would dig deeper, okay? I went deeper into this. Yeah, I went deeper into this. I actually took this apart, super duper apart, okay? Let me bring everything over there, actually. Okay, this is everything I took apart right here, which is the entire insides of the actual relay. Which you're like, how could you even do that? Let me turn it around. I literally figured it out. Like, it's so simple. How to take it apart. The connectors want to fall out. I don't had a connector fall out. I had to figure out how to put it back together and everything. So this is your motherboard right here. This is how your car tells it wants to do what it wants to do. Okay. I took these held things in like that. Only on one of them though. So yeah, this is your motherboard right here. If you know a TIPM, tip them for your Chrysler, Ford, whatever. And I'm just a regular person, bro. And all I needed was a screwdriver, not to screw anything, but to pry. And taking it slow. You gotta have patience because you don't want to rip anything. Okay, so if I can just get something for here and figure out which one is my starter, my K1, this would make this way easier. Because I got here. First of all, I have to bend some of these things back. This one, I think it's 13, 14. Let me guess, 13, 14. Yeah, 15, 14. I have to bend this back. But it wants to keep going back and forth. I'll show you. I gotta solder it. Let me see, where is it at? I'll find it. Yeah, it's like right here is where it's really loose. So if I can solder it, K's right there. I'm gonna put my finger on it. You see how all of them are pretty straight. I'm looking for anything obvious, just like a burn mark or something, you feel me? But I don't see any burn marks. You know, so first I'm gonna go 14, 15 and show y'all. Y'all look. Y'all see that? Let me go ahead and zoom in. Y'all see that? It's moving. You see that wiggle wiggle? The other one doesn't wiggle. The other one barely wiggles. You see my finger on the other side? It's wiggling. That, I don't think that's gonna affect everything, but I don't like that. How it just wiggles. That could be me whenever I took it out or anything, but it's wiggling. Let me go back. Wiggle. Let me get directly on it so y'all can see it. Wiggle. I want to see you wiggle. 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 Boo. Wiggle. Boo. Just a little bit. Boo. Wiggle. Boo. Y'all see that, right? The wiggle. All right, boom. I just wanted y'all to see. 15. It was wiggling. Wiggle. Have to bend that back. With these, you gotta be careful how you bend it. You kind of just like that much pressure. that way. Like, you don't actually give it a full extension at all. Right here. I do not think this is gonna change the car from running or not. But it's close, right? It's like K1, K15. No. Still don't have the answer to why it doesn't want to run. But I know it has to do something. It has something to do with this ECU, this motherboard. Okay. I also took all this apart too. So the motherboard has multiple things to it, okay? It's like just layers. It goes like layer this and they're super snug. And then this layer and then this layer and it's like and it's thin. All of these actually are pretty thin. Okay, and how I don't lose track of this, I actually figured it out. But how I don't lose track of these is pretty simple. Okay, because they all just look like circuit, and I can easily bring this one over here, this one over here, this one here, and this one here. You probably behind the screen like, yo, what is he doing? What is he doing? This one over here. I don't even know where I put which one. Okay. But I also marked it myself. I marked them. So I have like blue on it, like brown connects to brown, like that and everything. But I pretty much figured out this circuit board. Like, okay, so first of all, how I figured it out. This says, you see it says L2 on your TIP'em. It should say L2. Let me go right here. On your TIP'em, it should be like L2, L6. It's random. It's super random. Like L15 could be here. L15 could be over here next to L2. But you see how it says L2, right? Okay. Everything L2 is only L2. I'm trying to zoom out, everybody. Yeah, this is L. The L's, okay. Now, I mean L2. L2. This is L1. Okay. So I really don't get confused about them because the actual board is marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You feel me? Like the actual board is marked. So it's pretty simple to not get confused. It's pretty simple, bro. Cause I got confused. I started losing track of them. I was like, oh shit, I gotta mark them or something. But this is L1. There is no L2 on this circuit board. There's only L1s. This is one. It's one large L1 because you see, it's not a lot of other parts. It's only one big L1. I can actually probably take this off. These things poking out is all one piece. This L1 piece, okay. Plug my phone in, everybody. Alright, so this is a TIP'em on your Dodge Journey. For mine, it's a Dodge Journey. You may have a Ford, Chrysler, whatever, but you could take this off. I really don't know what any of this means. I just was like, you know what, I want to do something. And I'm looking for any burn marks. Anything messed up. You can pop this right here, these black things, and this whole metal piece comes off. It'll just be a plastic piece. Yep, that's how that works right here. But you're not going to find any replacements for this. You're going to buy the whole entire module. You're not going to find any, if you just need a L, let's see what this is. L4. If you need just a L4 circuit board, you're not going to find a replace. You ain't finding no just L4 for your model, brother. I don't really care if you got a charger, bro. Like, you're not just finding L4. You know what I'm saying? Or just these. Or, like, let's say you lose one of these. Like, this one is all one circuit board, as you can see. The metal does not stop. And once we get to, what is this, L2, you can see they stop. So this circuit, or this thing, stops there. It doesn't keep going. So I can actually pop this out. But it's gonna, you can't really like replace that. Like, you're not gonna be able to find a L01, L201. I mean L208. Like, that's not gonna be something you can just find. Actually, funny story. Wish I recorded it, but I didn't get to. I actually lost one of these. Like, as you can see right here, sometimes they want to pop off. You see that? They popped out. So I was taking one apart, one off one. I'm over here pulling it off of it. And I'm pulling it off like sideways, like pulling it away from each other, sideways. And something fell out, which is crazy. It was actually this one that fell out. I was pulling it apart from the other one, and this fell out. And I was panicked. I was panicking. I'm like, yo, what? I didn't have no video. What happened? How am I going to put this back? Everything is X and O zeros. But I did some looking around. This is how I know what's going on. It sees L4, okay? 4/3. I went here. I'm like, okay, is there like all ones and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, it's anywhere, okay? But if you look at it, there's only one. It doesn't go in here. It doesn't go in any of them. But I somehow peeped that this is the same shape as this. I don't know how I peeped it, but I did. Like, nothing else is the same, like, gasket shape. Like, it's square. Nothing else is that shape. But this is. So, I found it. It sits right perfect in there, bro. Perfectly. And, bro, I'm a normal person. I actually want to... And what you do when you want to sit that down in there, because your hand can do it. You go ahead and sit that in there. And boom, I found L3. I mean, see what that is. L43, that simple. Another thing with your TIP'em. I don't see a lot of people taking apart their TIP'ems. First of all, when you're putting everything back together, you want to make sure everything is straight. Okay. That's probably why it doesn't want to start sometimes. It's loose. Like that. Like that's pretty loose. Yeah. And another thing is, it's a front and a back to it. You see the back is all plastic. The front has metal. First I was like, how does this go? Is it like this, this, this? But it's pretty simple to put it together. You see this right here? This is that. Okay. So wherever that's orientated, it goes that way. Okay, first thing first, that's an easy fix. Second thing, it goes like, it's like a circuit board, like back to back. You feel me? And another one on top of that, another one on top of that. Like, it only goes this way, not this. Like, you can't stack them like this. If you look at them, these have, the top has circuits to grab and mount into. These are meant to grab and mount into things. These are meant to slide in. If you want to slide in, you're not trying to, and these are trying to mount into what's sliding in to it. So you're sliding in, and this is trying to grab. It's not grab. If you get what I'm saying. So I figured out how to do it. And also I did label it another way. I'm gonna show y'all how I labeled it. So I labeled it like this. This is the very top of the fuse box. Okay, so all your fuses, relays, all go right here. When you go over under, I was like, yo, I'm gonna forget all this stuff by the end of taking it all apart. But it's actually super simple to understand. Okay, first of all, just look at the L's. L, that's L1. Let's just go randomly. Right here. Let's go randomly. Right here. This is L4. Okay. So L4 and L1 are not going to be next to each other. Okay, they're two separate L's. Okay. But let's see what this one is. This one is L3. Okay. Tell L3. Okay. L3. See, you're not going to put it in like this. You're going to put it in back to back. Like, it goes like this. Like, all the, you know what I'm saying? It goes like that. Like, the black is going to be like this on top of each other. Like this. You're not going to have them on top like that. It goes in like this. Pretty simple to understand. Okay, and there was something else I wanted. Oh, yeah, this right here. I don't know what's wrong. Like, I'm looking in the motherboard for anything, like anything burnt. Nothing's going on. But if I can go ahead and replace the radiator fan relay directly from on here, that'll be pretty cool. If I can figure, there's just not a lot of research on this specific one, and it's specific to your model. So like, if they're messing, like, let's say they mess with TIPM TIPMs on a Dodge Journey 2015. They're usually around the same, but this could be different. This one could actually be this on the 2010, and the 2014 doesn't have this. You feel me? But you seen the guy repair this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I took this apart. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. These go on one of these somewhere. On one of them. I don't know which one. I know it's one of the ones closest to this one. I can look at my phone and see, because I took a picture of which exact ones it goes on. Because these, like I said, these are grabbers. These grab and hold the other circuit board that's on top of it or below it into it. You feel me? One holds, one slides in. Okay. One holds this board, whichever board will be on top of here, in place into this one. And these slide into the next one. And the next one holds into this one. It's like chain. Boom. It holds it real strong. Thanks to these. Okay. Those are what's holding it. And as you get deeper and deeper inside, you'll see different ones, kind of. And once you get farther and farther from the inside, you'll see different stuff. Like these hold it in. On the motherboard, what holds it in. Once you figure out what holds it in, you'll be able to take this apart easily. This was really hard to get to. because of this glue. I thought I almost broke it because of the glue. It's crazy. I'm seeing that connector. I did that though, but it doesn't look completely faulty. But I definitely did that right there. Yeah, be careful with your CPUs, everybody. I see nothing wrong with this circuit board. Like, mentally, I don't see anything wrong. And how I also labeled it was, let's say, I do jujitsu, everybody. So I labeled it out of jujitsu belts. So this is a white one because this is your fuse box. So it receives fuse. So first, boom. That's the first layer. Boom. Second, so first rank, I'll say, in jiu-jitsu is white belt. So you got that white piece in there. Yeah, I labeled it so I don't lose it. All right, let's see what this one is. This is white. This is a white belt right here. Because you see that white. Okay, so this one goes here. As you can see, this goes right here. Okay? White belt to white belt. Okay? After white belt is blue belt. Okay? Blue to blue belt. Okay? So your blue has to go to your blue. Like this. You see how it goes right into it? Like next to the blue. So blue to blue. Blue belt. Now, after blue belt, you're purple belt. That's the next belt in jiu-jitsu. So I have to find the purple belt. I found it. You see purple to purple. Boom. Found that sneaky purple belt. Okay, now what's after purple? That's that brown belt. Okay. So only purple belt on this side. Now this that brown belt. Okay, brown belt to brown belt. Okay. Just wants to jump out right here. That L4 is on the brown belt. Okay. It don't want to sit in there. It has to sit under this little groove. I think that might be why it got loose. This could be it. It's loose. Very loose connection. Right here. You see that? Very loose. So purple to purple. I mean brown to brown. No, that's purple. It's going to brown. What is this one? Boom, brown to brown. And this is gonna finish off this entire top part. This is just the top part. Because under this right here is the motherboard. Okay, so the motherboard goes in like, so you want this right here. So if this goes in, like, I didn't know where it goes in. I'm not just no ThipM expert. Like, this is my first time even looking at one. But you see this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Plus right there. Okay, so obviously this goes in right there. So it doesn't go in anywhere else. So this goes in right there. So now that I know this goes in right there, this falls back right there. Because that's the last one. And this goes on top. So this is your ThipM. This is your brains of your car. I can put that back. It's not really anything. This is the brains of your car right here. And it's layers. Boom. Boom. And then you go ahead and put your fuses, relays, and everything in there. The reason why I took this apart was it was clicking right here. I felt it like vibrating right here on the relay. So I took it apart. And you can see there's no CPU left on here. This is straight plastic right here. Because it was clicking. You can see my finger right here. Finger. It was clicking right here. Okay, so we're going to look at the relay. I mean, the fuse. No, this ain't fuses. This is a computer engineering now. Like, that's what's going on. So something's wrong with the computer. The computer's not telling it to start. And it was K1, which is this one. This is K1. Which both of them were kind of clicking. But this one had continuity. When I tested it for continuity, when I had everything installed and it was just power in the car but not clicking, I tested continuity. Or first, I just felt for movement. And there's movement coming from right here. It was this K. Oh, let me go ahead. And this goes on top of here, like this. Then you go ahead and open your fuse box. Boom, check your fuses. And then this is actually the brains of it. You know. You also plug it in, the fuse box and stuff, right here. So yeah, this is the brains of the fuse box. So it was K, let's go back. K1. Turn it around actually, because it was on like this. It was on like this, right? Boom. This is on upside down. No, I don't think it's upside down. I think the fuse is not. So I can actually turn this. Wait, let me see. Does that go there? No, it doesn't. Okay. So this is boom, boom. 1, 2, 3 is there. There's 2 up here. So I need to turn this. Somehow turn this. There we go. Simple thing. Just literally turn it. And it just goes in there like that. Okay. So once you go ahead and open this, it goes in like this. K1, which was getting very low voltage. K1. Y'all don't know what K1 is? K1 is run ACK relay. So let's just go over it. Whenever it's like this, what is connecting into it directly? This one. Okay. So we're gonna check out this first one. See if this area is what we're looking for. But with this one, this entire thing controls the module for this one. 4K. No, I don't know what number it is. Let me get the number for y'all. For L, 1-1. Okay, it's only one stamp on it because it's only one. Okay. So for L11, the whole thing pretty much controls it, this whole metal part. And I'm looking for this area, okay? So when I'm looking for things around this area, right here, it's gonna be right here. So I'm looking for damaged connectors. I don't see anything damaged, and the whole thing would kind of be a little out. But I'm still gonna look towards this area. Boom, nothing. The plastic is not gonna be harmed. And you can see it's just layers. Tiny little layers. You could probably take this layer apart, you see that? Like, this was not no hard stuff I just did. Like this layer, I bet it can come out. You just gotta get it away from this metal. You see, trying to push it a little bit. I wouldn't be pushing it majorly. What's holding this on here? What's holding this actual metal piece on here is these black things, you know. So if you can melt these off, hold up, fam. Yeah. So if you can melt these off, you'll be able to get this whole metal piece off. Because they're not, like, connected. They're just put in such a way. You feel me? You can tell that you see this just connects to this. Like, it's just on there a certain way. And that black stuff is keeping it there. You feel me? Okay. And how I know which one goes which one? Y'all remember jujitsu? I just told y'all the belt system it's a white belt. You see that white? White belt goes with the white belt. You see white, and then you got blue belt, and then you got purple belt. You see the purple belt, and then y'all got brown belt, and y'all got that black belt. Ooh, black belt. It goes right into CPU. I actually got that marked also. See that black? That means it's a black belt. I was gonna make this red belt because that's one more belt in jiu-jitsu, but I know where it goes, so it's okay. It's the last belt in jiu-jitsu is red belt. My bad, everybody. I had to go look at my photos and see where these went. Like where exactly did they go? Okay, these are just things that hold pretty much a chastity in there. So it holds these in there pretty much. I had to look at the diagram, see where it went. It went right here. Okay, but I don't put these on until the bottom is on, okay? And I'm not finished looking. So this circuit board, nothing looks wrong with it. Now let's go to 2. It's a little loose right here. First thing I see is a little loose. A little loosey-goosey right here. That right there could do it. You see that distance it has from there? That's pretty bad. So I'm gonna see if I can pop that in real quick. Okay. So how I pop it in is, don't judge me. It's pretty redneck. Go ahead and get me some scissors. Right there. And I'll pop it in under there. Pop it in. Just goes right in there, man. So that could do that. I'm not gonna lie, that could. I think this right here could be our issue. Because it's loose. You see that? It's loose. This is not loose. Now let's look at our other circuit board. So from blue to purple, because you see the blue belt right there, purple belt. Okay, so blue to purple. Does anything get loose over here? This is a little loose. I don't know if y'all see that, but it's a little movement right there. Any other movement anywhere? I'm sure like a tiny movement out of connector. So that's a tiny connector movement. Nothing major. So this one, this tip 'em, I think is pretty good. Like that is movement, but pretty okay movement. I would want it just completely still, but it's okay. They're not shaking like this one right here. No good. Not that one. I gotta find it. It was, y'all seen it. It was no good. Yes, this one. Y'all see that? That, you're losing power right there. Let that thing move a little bit. You're losing power. Okay, so this tip 'em is good. Purple belt tip 'em is good. Now let's check this brown belt. Let's just give them a nice little shake. Shake them, shake, shake, shake. If any is just like really coming off for real, like has no chill, those need to be replaced. But I don't know how. So we solder. We heat things up. We figure it out. Because a new tip 'em, a reprogrammed tip 'em is like $200. A whole new module, boy, oh boy, that shit like 500 for, depending on where you go to. But boy, I hope you don't have to do that. Hope you don't have to do that. And this goes in here. This goes in here. I said that wrong. And I was looking on here. I only found one thing that was kind of loose. Okay, let me think about where this goes actually real quick. Ooh, that goes on there like this. So what is this? This is the module right here. This area controls the K1. So I know I had some connector loose, but this also connects. This is the computer, for real, for real. These are just things, I don't know, circuit boarding. But this right here is the computer, the brain. And it has to do with something around this area. Hold up. something around this area right here. I'm not going to go to the whole board. It's over here. Okay. Because this is where the K1 is. Okay. So we're actually going to look at it a little bit more. On the way in, like getting to the circuit board, I actually bent one of those things that hold it in. See how bent up it is right there? You can tell probably better from this angle. It's way more bent up. So I actually gotta bend that back before I put it in there, because it is electrical, as you can see. It is electrical. But if I figure out this and what is what, I might be able to fix it myself. What the people, when you go get your stuff fixed, this is what they doing. This is what they're doing right here. Let me put this on this. This is what they're doing. They're fixing this. Ooh, I think I just seen something. You see that? I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's like half of it looks like that. Half of it isn't. I don't know. Let me feel it. Ooh. You see that? Is it flaking? This one a little bit. But you see that, right? I think that's just the glue, but I hope that gives us a sign. Ooh. I think I found it. Guys. It's right there. I think. I don't know, though, because there isn't a point. You're not going to know what I'm talking about until I show you. Okay, let me get back to it, everybody. I had to put my phone on that charger and get y'all some. And get one of these right here so I can point towards. So I can point at things, you know. Okay, so let me see where I'm at. Let me see. Okay, boom. I'm looking at this. And I was like, oh, that's it right there. But there's nothing. There would be some kind of residue here. Some kind of something there to indicate that something needs to be planted. Something was planted there. So putting something here, I don't know. I don't think that would be the fix for it not starting, because it was never here. You see all these relays. Let me go to the back of this, actually. I'm gonna keep my fingers here. Get on the back of it. Don't see nothing crazy. Let's go ahead, zoom in right here. See if anything looks weird. I'm actually glad I have this camera, because I cannot see this with my eyes. That one looks a little weird. Some of these look, that one looks weird. Okay. I'm just looking, just poking around. Okay. That's it. Poking around. That one looks a little burnt out. Somehow it looks burnt out. So I'm gonna keep my finger here, so I know where I'm at. My finger, which is really adding so many oils to this. Let me go back. Boom. I'm gonna inspect this actually some more, cause yeah, that's a little crazy. Why is it like that? Like, was there supposed to be a mount there, or it's supposed to be like? Let me zoom all the way in. Y'all see that, right? Was there supposed to be something connected there? Or is it supposed to be like that? Okay, it's supposed to be like that. Because I'm looking at the other ones, and the other ones have them like that. Guess that's how they negative them. Hold on, let me find it. You see it right there? That one has it. Yeah, I seen it. So I don't need to do anything there. It's supposed to be like that. But while we're here, let's inspect all the other stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Nothing looks weird. Weird meaning go ahead, resolder that. But nothing looks weird. Yeah. Everything looks fine right here. So we're just looking at everything. And it's this area right here that should be the relay. I don't know, guys. I actually don't know. I thought I could find something in here. Only thing I can find is that this 15 and 16 are pretty shaky. Which could be why the car starts when it wants to and it doesn't start when it doesn't want to. So I'm gonna leave this right there. And we gotta solder that back at some point. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this module back together. I'm actually gonna show you how to put the module back together. Okay? So first thing first, you gotta get this. You gotta put everything in here. I'm gonna start from this side, okay? First thing first, I'm gonna start from this side. All right, and it goes in like this. Let me go back. These, I just looked up the circuit of how it goes. It goes like this. All right, just so I know how this goes in, that goes in like that. And this goes in like, I'll just do it the easy way. Purple to, no, this is black. That's black belt. Okay, let's do this again. This goes in there. That sounded like put it right there. Boom. You gotta do it pretty carefully though. Okay? You gotta be careful. A little fella. But there's not like a wrong way. Like, you really just put it in there. First thing first though, I'm gonna make sure you see that right there will give you a bad connection. Right there. That right there. Give you a bad connection. I'm gonna push it like that. And I'm gonna make sure that it goes in properly. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shoe to keep it up. I want this shoe. So, what I mean by keep it up is this middle part. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna just start with this. Make sure all your connectors are straight. I actually had to bend a lot of these back, but they all bent the way they need to bend. So we're good. We're putting the CPU back in. Yep. Go ahead and line it up. Don't force nothing. Goes ahead and slides right in there. Don't force it. Just let them find their own groove. I bet this is hanging up because of that L. I bet it's that L. So you go ahead and me peek at it. I'm finna peek at it. Yeah, the L15 was acting right. It was straight. Let's go back to it. Okay. This is the glue that was on here that kept it there. It's off now. So the glue's off. Put this. You could tell this goes there because all the fuses are gonna be right here, whatever these white things are. Go ahead and put it in there. It all lines up. 15's acting right. It's not moving weird. See that? Everything locks in like that. Boom. I'm kind of holding it like this till it finds what it wants. You kind of let it find itself. You do not force it at all. At all. Do not force this. You want to just let it find its own grooves. Okay, so it's taking longer than expected, but it's okay. Let me check the connections, and the connections were a little bendy. I think we're good. We're good. All the connections. It's this side. So this is what's holding it in. I need to make sure these go in. Everything else should be simple and solid after that. Make sure my connectors aren't bending. But this is the important. Boom. Okay, once I got that like that, let it shimmy itself in place. shimmy it, shimmy, till it finds where it wants to be. Everybody take this part slow. Okay. Right now it's acting like it don't fuck with me. So I'm gonna put a little more pressure down like that. Yeah. And boom. Nope, it's not seated all the way. I have to press more. Nope, I can tell somehow. I can tell it's not seated all the way. Because you see how it moves? That means it's not seated all the way. It's seated everywhere except for at the top, right here. Make sure nothing is bending. And exactly what I thought, things are bending. You see that? Things are bending. That's no good. So I just go ahead and bend them back a little bit. Kind of get them back to where they want to be at. Ooh, they bending real bad too. I see that. Not terribly, but they was bent. I'm gonna do some simple moving. Oh, that was really aggressive. I shouldn't have did that one. Just simple. I'm just stretching it back like this. Not putting a lot of pressure on it. Just trying to let